Now, I know most people prefer the Wrath of the Dragon intro, but there's something about that intro that just gets me. I don't know what it is, but I just personally love it. I think it's from all those years of watching Cheese TV, and it just brings back the nostalgia. That's what it is. Now, Dragon Ball FighterZ is Bandai's latest console video game for the Dragon Ball franchise. It was released a little earlier this year, and there was a lot of hype surrounding it because it was the first Street Fighter-like video game that we're going to be getting as a Dragon Ball in the Dragon Ball Z franchise for a very long time. Most of the others have been that 3D maneuverable sort of fighting games, and that's been really successful. That's been very successful, probably in the last 3 or 4 Dragon Ball Z games predominantly, and even some of the other ones older than that as well. So people were really hyped for the game, and then it came out, and honestly, it probably wasn't as good as what the hype said it was going to be. The following actually decreased quite a bit. The PC user, so the online PC usership completely diminished after within a month. It was actually scary how quickly people were dropping off from this game. Then they released the next DLC. The next DLC was released, announced, and it was going to be great. You know, it was Bardock and Broly, two of the most popular Saiyan characters in the entire series. Bardock being the father of Goku, and Broly being the original legendary Super Saiyan, one of the coolest transformations Dragon Ball has ever brought us. And we also got Bardock's Super Saiyan transformation too, despite it being non-canon, but we got it. Yet that didn't stop the criticism. Honestly, that's because these characters probably should have been included in the original game. Now, yes, we get it. We haven't had a game released as a full package in years. And I mean a very long time. I was a child the last time I remember a game that you bought the game and that was it. There was no extra things. It was all in one package. Or you have to buy DLCs. That's fine. I understand that. But I think I personally, and a lot of Dragon Ball Z fans, feel as if that the Dragon Ball FighterZ game didn't give us enough on its original purchase. There were a lot of limited characters. I mean, the Dragon Ball Xenoverse game, and the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 game, and Dragon Ball Tenkaichi 3, and even the Dragon Ball Battle of the Gods before that, they all had an enormous amount of characters. They had an incredible amount of characters. I'm talking about side characters from the movies that we haven't heard of in years. Even side characters from the actual anime. We had so many characters. And it's arguably one of the reasons why Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is the most popular Dragon Ball Z game ever made. It was because of the huge lineup of characters that we were able to play, control, and fight with. But the thing is, Dragon Ball FighterZ had limits. It was limited to a certain amount of characters and a certain amount of transformations as well. And many fans found that kind of annoying. And so when Bardock and Broly came around in the latest DLC, fans turned around saying, why weren't they included in the original game? Now we have to pay extra for, main characters that usually are included. I mean, yes, usually, I have to admit, in the Xenoverse games, Bardock has been an extra as well. Yes, that is true. But Broly is one of the most popular characters the series has. How is he not included? How? Yes, they have included some major characters, but still, I feel as if, when you get a DLC, you want something that's something extra, not something that you feel as if you should have gotten with your original purchase. Anyway, that DLC is done and dusted, and the latest DLC is coming out. Now, Dragon Ball FighterZ it's only been maybe about a month since the previous DLC came out, and there's been a lot of hype surrounding the Dragon Ball Legends video game. But remember, Dragon Ball Legends is mobile only, so it's kind of different to the Dragon Ball FighterZ console game. Now, in the midst of all the Dragon Ball Legends hype has been the upcoming Dragon Ball FighterZ DLC, which Bandai has actually teased us. Now, we know that the characters that are coming up in the next few DLCs include Android 17, but his Dragon Ball Super version, which is essentially the exact same thing, slightly stronger with a different uniform. And then there is base Goku and base Vegeta. So that'll be base evil Vegeta, by the way, when he first attacked Earth. And that'll also be base Goku from when, he fought Vegeta in that timeline. Again, two characters that arguably should have been in the series from the get-go. Should have been in the game from the get-go, but for some reason were not. And then there are two of the most highly anticipated characters, and they are tipped to be in the upcoming DLC. And that is Super Saiyan Blue Vegito and Fused Zamasu. So, two of the strongest fighters to exist in the entire series. Arguably, honestly, at the level of angels, to be honest. And they're going to be ridiculous when they enter the game. Yes, Broly's a bit of an OP character at the moment in Dragon Ball FighterZ. If you're fighting against Broly or you're fighting with Broly, shit's going down. So, at the moment, yes, Broly's the strongest, but Vegeta and Fused Zamasu are easily going to be much, much stronger than Broly himself. Vegeta himself is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. He's the fused version of Goku and Vegeta. Now, Goku and Vegeta both have their own weaknesses and strengths. Goku, he's a bit laid back, and, that could be a strength and a positive at the same time. Well, Vegeta, he's too tense. Now, this was revealed in Dragon Ball Super, that both of them sort of complemented each other's strengths and weaknesses. What one lacked, the other one had plenty of. And that's why when they fuse, they create a super being, and that is Vegito. Now add that with Super Saiyan Blue, and you get a ridiculous monster of a fighter. Now, obviously, as Dragon Ball Super continued, if Goku and Vegeta were to fuse again, they'd probably have Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. Also, Super Saiyan Blue Ascended, which is Vegeta's form. So I'm just trying to imagine what an Ascended version of Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken would look like. And honestly, it's pretty cool in my mind. And also Ultra Instinct as well as Vegeta, because he should be able to access that transformation because of Goku. Anyway, those aren't coming to the game because, you'd probably have to pay extra for that. But yeah, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is coming soon, and Fused Zamasu. Fused Zamasu is the fusion of Goku Black, who is actually the fusion of Goku and Zamasu already, and, Immortal Zamasu. So he's a pretty ridiculous character as it is as well. Now, Bandai actually released some snapshots earlier this week of the upcoming Zamasu character. Now, we know that he's coming soon, and there hasn't been a release date announced just yet, but Bandai is working on bringing him soon. So you can go check that at nerdsforlife.com, as there was an article published today by myself, yesterday by myself, showcasing these awesome snapshots of Fused Zamasu. And by the way, they do look pretty cool, and I personally can't wait to play with him in the Dragon Ball FighterZ